and happy Friday. It's Miss Allen here. Me and Miss Ronigan miss you so much, but we're so excited to see how your star activities turn out today. Today we're going to be making something super cute. It's going to turn out really, really well, but only if you listen really closely to my instructions. Today we're going to be making a snail. It's going to be so adorable. When you are on your star activity, you are going to sneak over to where you always get your materials. You are going to grab just a couple of things. First, you are going to grab one paper plate. On top of your paper plate, you are going to get one snail body. You are going to pick up two small rectangles, 1, 2, and a big handful of beads. I'm going to put my beads right on top of my plate. I'm going to carry it with 2 hands so that I don't spill any of the beads. You are also going to grab 2 googly eyes and put those right on top. Once you have all of your materials, you're going to find a table spot. Once you're at your table spot, you're going to very carefully take your materials off of your plate. Be sure none of those beads roll away. And then you are going to write your name on the back of your snail's body. You're going to use erasable pencil just in case you make a mistake. Miss Allen. Perfect. Just like that. Once your name is on the back, you're going to flip it over and we're going to get started on making your snail. The first thing you need to do is grab a glue. Today we're going to be using bottles of glue instead of glue sticks. These will be set out for you. You take one and you use it responsibly. That means you're not going to use too much glue and the glue stays on your paper only. I'm going to carefully open it by twisting the top. If you need help, you can ask your guest teacher. And I'm going to take my snail's body. I'm only going to put glue on the edge of his body. So watch me carefully. I'm going to take my glue. I'm going to do one thin line. Do you see that? Super thin line. And I'm going to stick it on the back of his body. So I'm going to take my snail body and stick it on the back of his shell, just like that. So he's peeking out just a little bit. I'm going to hold it for 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And now his body is glued on the back. Cute. Next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take his 2 little antennas, and these actually aren't going to be antennas. We're going to turn these into his eyes because snails have eyes on the end of their antennas. I have 2 of these so that I can use both of them for one eye each. I'm going to take my first one, put one tiny dot of glue onto it. Perfect. And I'm going to sneak it behind his head. So if you take a peek, I'm going to put it behind his head. And I'm going to count to 10 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to glue on his second antenna. I'm going to do the same thing. Put a tiny dot on the bottom. Perfect. And I'm going to sneak it behind his head. So here's my snail so far. I'm going to sneak it so they overlap in the back, just like this. I'm going to hold it on again for another 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Cute. Alrighty, next are his eyeballs. The eyeballs go on the very top of his antennas. So I'm going to put one eyeball here, one eyeball here. Same thing, I'm going to do the perfect amount of glue, which is a tiny little dot, boop, on the back of his eyeball. I'm going to lay it down. Perfect. I need his other eyeball. There it is. Put one tiny dot. Put it on top. Awesome. He is starting to look really cute. I'll show you really quickly what he looks like so far. Awesome. The next thing you need to do is you need to decorate his shell. Now his shell is going to have all of these beads all over it, but they have to go in a special pattern. If you've ever looked closely at a snail shell, they have a design on them that kind of goes like this. I'll do it one more time. It's kind of like a spiral. So that's what we're going to be making on our snail shell today. I'm going to take my glue, and this is probably the most important part of your star activity, so watch closely. I'm going to take my glue, and I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to do a little dot, and I'm going to start making a swirl that goes all the way out. I'm not going too fast. I'm not going too slow. I'm taking my time. I'm almost to the edge. Oh, there it is. I'm going to be sure that I stop gluing when I get to the edge. If you use too much glue, your beads are going to stick on and your snail isn't going to look very nice. I'm going to do my glue spiral, and then I'm going to start gluing on some beads. I could make a pattern if I want to. I could do my favorite colors if I want to. I could be open-minded and just use all the colors of the rainbow if I want to. That's what I'll be doing. I'm carefully putting my beads on so that it covers my glue. So that when the glue dries, the beads will stay on that swirl. I'm going to keep going until all of my glue is totally covered up. Now, once you're all done covering all of your glue up, you are going to add one last detail. I want you to find either a black or a red crayon. I think I'm going to use red today because that's all I can find. And you're just going to give your snail one teeny tiny little smile. So I'm just going to quickly go whoop to make him into a happy little snail. Once you are all done, friends, you're going to take your snail. Don't forget, your beads should go all the way out to the edge. I have some work I still need to do. Once you're all done with your snail, you are going to leave it back by the sinks, back on your drying rack, somewhere out of the way where it will not get walked on and where friends are not going to want to mess with your beads. We're going to leave it there to dry over the weekend, and when me and Miss Ronigan are back to school, we'll take a peek at them and hang them around our classroom. These should look really cute. Make sure you take your time, try your best, and really be patient with all of those beads. We'll see you guys soon. Have fun.